All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Tough Podcast, man. I'm here with the boys, man. And today we got a special guest. Oh, hold on. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all the support. 57 subs. We love you. We love you.
Yes,
We love you.
yes.
Episode 9. You already know. My man is on it. He got my back. But our special guest today, man, coming out of the MAC, man, OU, wide receiver number 13, Anthony Whitney.
What's going on?
I'm sure you remember me, Josh,
Oh yeah.
because we Hartley dudes, and then my boy Tyrell and my boy Ricardo. He went to DeSales, but
Okay.
yeah, we
Okay.
all in here.
Yeah,
Cam
nice
What's up,
couldn't
y'all?
meeting
be
you, man.
here. Cam has some stuff going on. He said
Ah,
what's good though.
dang, I ain't seen Cam in a
Yes,
minute.
sir. Yeah, man, we all working, bro. Man,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
yes, sir. All
So
right, man. We're gonna get into it, man. How was your week, bro?
yeah, it was good, bro. It was good. Long week with COVID and football, everything. What about you?
Man, we just been kicking it, bro. We do this every Thursday, bro. Just chilling, bro.
Yeah.
School and work, bro. Ready to get up,
Oh
graduate
yeah,
now. Shit, that's about it, bro.
yeah. I
But
feel it.
yeah, man. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions, man. Tell the people about yourself a little bit.
So my name is Anthony Whitney. I went to Bishop Hartley with Kyler. Right now I'm a junior at Ohio University, communication studies and marketing student. I walked on for football as a freshman, and that's kind of how I got here right now. So yeah, that's me. Just about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. We asked all our guests this question, man. What was your experience like in Columbus?
Columbus experience, bro. It's been pretty enjoyable for me. So Columbus to me, I always looked at it as like it's one of them places where you want to get out, but it's a relaxed place. Like it's a good place to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like Columbus is, it's a lit place, but
Yeah.
you got to get out, see other parts of the world a little bit, and then come on back. But yeah, Columbus is nice. I like it. I like it.
What you think about the support? You think there's enough support here, especially among the black community, or what? What about
No,
support?
well, nah, not like it should be. Not like it should be. I think we had a great turnout this summer for the a protest downtown. I was down there a lot this summer.
Yeah.
I think with that, it was much better than it had been.
Yes, sir.
But in the past, Columbus has definitely had its struggles, especially with the police. Columbus police has had a record of not being up to par. So I think we definitely have a long way to go. But I think we'll get there.
Yeah. Got
We
you,
need
man.
more
What else I got
conversations like
for you?
this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
This is what we do, man.
what we
Yeah,
do. I have a question for him.
for sure.
This is correct me if I'm wrong, Kyler. This is the first athlete that we have brought
Yeah,
on.
first
To
student athlete, bro. Yeah, that's why we got you on here. Man, we've
Yeah.
interviewed a rapper, but we got a whole bunch of
Right.
different people. I was like,
So,
bro, we
okay.
need Wit on here, bro. We need a
Yeah,
student
yeah.
athlete, especially
Appreciate that.
D1. So yeah, yes,
Feeling the
sir.
love.
so
Yes,
as a
sir.
fan of the MAC, I watch the MAC all the time,
Okay.
right? One of the guys I'm looking at right now is Crum out of Kent State because I think he has a shot to make it in the NFL. So that's guys I'm watching a lot of tape on. But I want you to talk about what it's like to play in D1 sports. What are you going through? How are you dealing with COVID? How's the testing?
Yeah.
How's the football? Are you playing? How is it different from how you played at Harvard? Give me it all. I want
Okay, so for me, it's been the polar opposite of everything I learned up till I got here. So when I got here, I literally had to relearn how to play football because the way it's taught at the high school level, especially a smaller high school level, that doesn't necessarily prepare you for Division One. You got to go to a bigger high school. They kind of know what to expect. A lot of their players are going there, but when you go to a smaller high school, a lot of your players go to smaller colleges. Therefore, it's just different. You know what I mean? So for me, I had to kind of figure everything out on my own, but I had to learn very rapid. Division One is very fast paced, and no one really cares. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah,
can't cut it, they just move on. It's that simple. So I think that was the most difficult part for me. So my freshman year, the first semester, I was talking to coaches. Hey, I want to walk on. What do I have to do? And early January, they sent me a date. They said, boom, tryout date is February 7th, I think. I think that's what they told me. And
Some good memory.
yeah, bro, I was nervous, but my whole in the summer from high school all the way up until then, bro, I just worked.
Right.
Do nothing else. That's all I did. Stayed in the gym, stayed on the field, whole time. We showed up to the tryouts. It was, let's see, 85 of us. Well, yeah, about 80 of us. I did pretty good. They picked 10 of us to go through spring ball because, you have a spring season and a fall season. And from that 10, they, limited it down. We would come in some days and they would tell you, 2 people are gone. It'd just be like that. It'd just be like that.
Yeah, that's tough,
Yeah,
bro.
but I think
That's
that,
tough.
leading into, that's how I learned to deal with adversity, because it was you seeing people leave left and right around you, and you just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? No one's telling you if you're doing good or right. You just got to keep going every night, bro. Terrified before I went to sleep. Yeah. But then, made it through spring ball. Then they cut me. They told me, we don't have any openings right now. If something happens, we'll see. So I was devastated, bro. Devastated. So that summer of freshman year, I spent it working. Probably wasn't gonna get a call back, but just in case. So I spent the whole summer working, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's see, was it August 4th? I got a call from one of the coaches, like, you still want to play? Yeah, man, I still want to play. I was actually on my way to Kings Island. So I had to come back home.
Did a Yui, bro, busted.
Yeah, bro. Packed up everything I owned, never looked back. But yeah, from there, bro, it's just been learning, a constant learning experience. Moving at that very high pace level. You got to spend a certain amount of time on your books. You got to spend a certain amount of time in the weight room, and don't be late anywhere. You know what I'm saying, bro? They just throw you in. They expect you to be right with everybody else, and I think that's what really separates Division I from smaller ball. I think it's just the amount they pile on you. I think that's what it is.
Preparation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
A lot of prep.
Can you talk about the COVID testing, your protocols, things of that nature? What are you guys going through there? Are you guys quarantining?
Yeah, we are definitely quarantining as much as possible. We had some pretty tough times this season with the whole testing stuff. We found out in August that we weren't going to have a season, actually. They told us August, they canceled it completely. And then they told us we were going to just do like 2 spring balls back to back, since we didn't get to have the last spring ball. And we got halfway through, we had just started, and they told us, we might try to have a little 6-game season. And they explained all the rules as far as testing goes, and everybody has to be quarantined. So we got right up to it, and then the week before, we got ready to start preparing for the season officially. 8 guys tested positive right there, boom. So we shut down for a week just like that. And that was like, for us, it was a real mind-boggling type thing. Like, dang, we really did all this preparation, and it got shut down. But we were able to get it under control. We have testing Monday. So you have to get tested 4 days in a row before the game, up to game day. We do I forget what they're called, but they're the test that you get the instant results back. You test with a partner. So you and your partner both test. They'll put your swabs in together. And then if one of those 2 swabs comes back positive, you'll take a PCR test, which is one of the, tests they send to the laboratory. And then from there, they'll find out exactly who's positive. But we haven't had too many COVID cases. The thing that's been killing us the most has actually been the contact tracing, bro. That's what we did it. Because we had 1 lineman test positive, and then he lived with 3 other linemen. So those 3 linemen are done. And then you have another person, and that's just been the biggest killer for us. So COVID's definitely, messed with our team a lot. We missed 3 games? Yeah. 3 games. We actually should be playing Saturday, and that's canceled now. So our season's done.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I want you to write this. I want you to write this down. Availability is always the most important. Availability is always the most important. That is the theme of everything that you just said. Mm-hmm. You got cut. Well, guess what? I got cut in high school too. My senior year, right? Senior year of high school. I was done. I had no opportunity to do anything else. I had to watch my high school soccer team win a state championship when I felt like I deserved to at least be on the bench that year. I felt like I belonged.
Right. Yeah.
I was always available. But you had the opportunity to come back the very next year, and you were what? You were available. You were ready.
Ready to go.
The coach had to ask you, are you ready? You should be like, hey, I'll be here in
Exactly.
15 minutes. I'll be here in
Yeah.
15 minutes. I'm in the weight. I'm sorry, coach. You called me in the weight room. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I was already ready. Stay locked
Right.
in all the time. Don't
Right.
take anything for granted. Always be available. You look at in times of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to talk about this later. We got to be held accountable. We have to be dialed in of what COVID is bringing us. We have to be available. We can't be distracted. We have to stay focused and prevent this contract tracing, like you just said. So whatever your desire is in football, I'm assuming Kyler will ask you that. But remember, availability is always the most important. So good job. Good job.
Yeah. Tyrell, Josh, man, I got some questions for him, man.
Yeah, this might not be. This isn't even close, but
Wait, you remember Josh? He went to Hartley with us.
man.
I was gonna say we didn't hang out as much, but that's okay. I was a weird kid. It's cool, man. It doesn't matter.
Bro, you weren't weird, bro. You weren't weird, bro. Yeah,
Compared to
you weren't
everybody
weird,
else, bro. All right.
Nah, there was some weird.
But
How funny.
mine comes more from, just because like I'm not the biggest football person. Like I know a good amount about it. I watch it a good amount, but I'm not like these guys around here. But what is it like being on the football team when you guys handle like a win or a loss? Like what process do you guys go through? If you get a loss, are you guys all like, obviously you're not going to be like, oh, boo hoo, but like, what's the process? Do you guys go back and watch clips? Do you guys like try to reevaluate each other? Like, what's that like?
Yeah, definitely. So we try to keep the process as similar a loss and a win as possible. We try to keep it very similar. So obviously you're going to have a little bit more celebration, happiness from a win than a loss.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we try to make sure that we are balanced, that we don't let a win affect us any different than a loss. We try to stay on a very, fine line. So it doesn't really, you don't get too into yourself.
High or too
right.
Yeah. But like we definitely celebrate after big wins, and the whole team get together. It's been really hard to celebrate after a win this year.
Right, of course.
Been able to even be around each other. But in the years past and stuff, yeah, we definitely celebrate together. Losses, we still together after a loss. Most guys, we take losses pretty tough though. Losses are a pretty big deal around here. Like Monday after a loss, everybody comes in ready to go. But same thing with a win. We come in, we still ready to go. It's just a little bit different atmosphere,
Right.
You're coming in Monday morning after a loss and you trying to figure out exactly what we did wrong, what can we do better. But after a win, it's just more adrenaline. Everybody shows up to practice. We ready to go. We hype, got the music
right.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like probably after a loss is more of a sense of urgency. Like, all right, we need to get it going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. If like personally for you, which one motivates you more, do you think? If you come off from a loss in the next game, or if you come off of a win and you're like, let's go, let's get another one?
I think for me, I'm more motivated by losses.
Okay.
Right? Because I think a loss kind of exposes your weakness. When
Right.
you win, no one can really figure out, everything's good.
Right.
You think you're invincible. But once you have a loss, you mess up a little bit here and there, then you start to see those weak points. And you get better from it.
I like that.
You got something for him?
Yeah. If you have any, what was your lowest point throughout your years playing ball?
Man, I'll be honest with you. You talking about just in college or throughout the whole process?
The whole process, man.
I had a very rough athletic experience, I think, growing up. I was always very, very small. And because of that, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself growing up. So when things went bad, I let it get to me. I let it get in my head. So my whole high school career, man, I was so in my own head mentally. I don't think I let myself grow into the athlete I know I could have been. I think that was definitely a very low point for me. I had some pretty brutal hamstring injuries in high school. I wasn't a starter. I never started in high school. Never started a game. I went from camp to camp. I didn't get any offers. I had no coaches talking to me. And I just knew deep down I was a better player than what I got credit for and what I was given. But I knew that I was self-sabotaging myself the whole time. And college to me was a clean slate. I came in, no one knew me, no one knew my name. I showed up, I was the underdog. You know, it was one of those things where just give it all. If you go home, you go home. You know.
Yeah, you ain't had nothing to lose.
Yeah, and
Right.
that lose
Playing with house money.
Yeah.
right. And then that just kind of gave me confidence. And freshman, sophomore year, man, oh man, I felt unstoppable. I was a beast. Now my freshman year, like I said, I walked on that spring, so I wasn't with the team that first season, but I was there in the spring. Sophomore year, they redshirted me, so I, stayed, just jersey, shorts on the sideline, just kind of watching, learning, practicing with the team, learning the plays and stuff. They gave me a year, so technically I have another year after next year, 2 years now because of COVID. But this year was also, I would say, this year has been a pretty tough year for me as well because I had a lot of setbacks in the summer as well. I had a shoulder injury, a hamstring injury, a finger injury that sat me out most of the summer, as well as not being able to lift in the weight room like I needed to. So it was I got to that point again where it was like I felt myself getting in that high school mindset again, and it was a very low time for the first few weeks, mentally just not being there, couldn't sleep at night, dropping easy balls in practice, just stuff you don't really do, but it was really messing with me. But I had to make a decision. You came way too far to go back to where you started. So it was just one of those things where the switch just flipped, and I was ready to go. But this year's been devastating, bro. It's like every other week we don't even know if we're gonna play. You get all the way up to game day, and then COVID just just like, okay, we can't play this week. Or you come in. There was one day, bro, we were outstanding on the field, warming up, fully dressed. We're getting ready to play Miami, which is a big week for us, big rivalry game. And they told us, it's canceled. It's canceled. So It's been a very up and down. My whole career, bro, it's been like this. But I feel like now, like I've been through so much, there ain't nothing that can really mess with me no more.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, that hit home because I'm at peace with it now because I let it go because I've grown so much in my life. But in high school, like my freshman and sophomore year when I was playing ball, I was so small. Like, and bro, I was like the smallest on the team probably, like me and Cam, and like I just let it get to my head, and I let like Wooten, not Big Wooten, rest in peace to Big Wooten, but Lil Wooten, he got in my head and stuff like that. But and I let that get to me and affect me. And that's when I decided to quit. And it haunted me for a little bit because when I did quit, and then I had my injuries on my growth plates. So that kind of slowed down a little bit. But as soon as I quit, bro, I grew. And I'm like, man, I kind of wish I didn't stop because I always wanted, like, Little League, like, I was always good. But, like, once I got, like, in middle school, I was smaller than everybody and I wasn't growing. But, like, junior year, I got tall. So I was like, man, if I would have stuck to it, I would have know what happened, but I've made peace with it now. But that just it hit home, so that's good to hear somebody else speak on it. So
we have Tyler. Sorry, whoever.
I got a ring though. Shout out to that ring.
Got a ring though. We got rings. We got rings. Yeah.
Tyler just told me that he is starting to work out every now and then.
Oh yes, sir. I'm getting big. Not every now and then. I'm in there every week, 3 days a week.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna stay on that. 5 minutes, consistent.
So, with that in mind, I need to know what is not only your workout routine. Do you have a diet guide? How do you process your mental health with all this COVID going on? You literally just told me you could literally play. I mean, Des Bryant, for example. Let's bring up Des Bryant. They literally removed him off the field for a false positive, right? A false positive. He was about to play the Dallas Cowboys. He was going to kill him. Everybody knows he was going to kill him. Everybody knew it. They removed him off the field for a false positive. He was devastated. He didn't want to come back in the league anymore. Mental health is real. You got to tell me, how do you manage your diet, your health, your conditioning, your all of it? I just want to know.
As for the physical health, for me, it's never really been a problem for me because of my parents. I got to give all that credit to my parents. My dad and mom they've been athletes since they were born, bro. So I grew up.
Big wit, muscle man.
Yeah, my dad, if you know my dad, he runs marathons weekly. My mom's in the gym. She does 2-a-days. Like, my parents are in their 50s. They just keep going, bro. So for me, growing up around them, I mean, when I was 4 or 5 years old, things like salmon and broccoli were like good foods to me. Like I wasn't one of those kids that ate bad, and that's actually transformed over into my adult life to the point where that's all I know. So my diet is good because of my childhood. It's kind of weird, bro.
Yeah.
But like
That
good
makes
food,
it easy.
Yeah,
asparagus,
right.
all
Yeah,
that,
you was
right?
raised
All
that
that kind
way.
of stuff. Like that's just kind of how it is for me. But if you do know me, you know I'm the biggest donut eater in the world.
Yes,
So I
sir.
keep balance. That's the biggest thing with me, being able to balance your diet. Just kind of whatever you need to do, whatever's best for your body. So as a smaller receiver, I'm only 5'10", 5'9" on a bad day. But I'm 5'10", about 175. So I know that if I get bigger, I'm gonna be stronger, but I might lose a little bit of speed. If I don't eat as much, I'm gonna feel faster, but I might not, be able to shed
Be
blocks like I do.
strong. Right.
Right, right. So it's a very balancing thing where I'm making sure I'm getting exactly how much I need, mixed with some good stuff on the side too, because you can't just go too healthy. That's not good for you either. But that also transforms right into the physical aspect. Like I said, growing up, I grew up in the gym. I mean, there were some days like after work, my mom, she didn't have nowhere else to take me, so she'd take me to the gym. My dad, I got a military dad, so I get in trouble in school. I'm in the kitchen doing 200 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
Yeah, that's tough.
so
That's
like in
tough.
the adult life, bro, like that's what I love to do. Like my actual hobby is just working out. So it was never an issue for me to work out. But I will say that if you're not like that, some things you can do are to just like focus on your performance on the field. That's a big thing. Like if you focus on what you're doing wrong or what you need to work on, it'd be very easy for you to go in the gym and practice those things. That's just the best I can kind of talk about the physical. But I feel like physical equates to mental, right? So if you doing what you need to do in the weight room, you feel good about yourself physically, that kind of goes right with your mental health as well. But mental health is a much different game. It's not like you can just go do bench press and your mental health is going to be better.
Yeah.
Mental health is definitely one of those things that's different for everybody. I know my mental health was, messed up a lot with COVID and the injuries and, just everything that was going on. So I think that's definitely something I need to spend more time on. But I will say mental health for me is something that can be worked on. Whatever your hobby is, whatever your passion is, whatever calms you, if you have friends or family members who you go to, whatever that is, you got to find it and you just got to stick to it. You got to, my coach always tells me that, sometimes part of the process is not moving forward. Like just because you can't see it moving forward, sticking to it'll eventually come. And that's kind of like just how I go through the mental aspect of it.
Yeah. I think one key factor, man, of mental health is learning how to be okay with yourself, man. Your flaws and
Yeah,
all. You just gotta
exactly.
learn to be okay with yourself, because at the
Yeah,
end of the day, you'll have family and friends, that you're around and other random people. But at the end of the day, it's you versus you. You're who's looking at yourself in the mirror. So you gotta
exactly.
learn to
I
be with
like that.
yourself. And the question I got for you, OU is known for being a big party school. So how difficult is it for,
I knew
you
it
and
was
maybe
gonna
the
come up.
other football guys to stay focused and not go out and party? How difficult is that?
So this year it's actually been real easy. This year has actually been
They
real
haven't
easy.
Right,
had any.
right.
Yeah.
No issues with that at all. You know what I'm saying? You get caught out right now, one of the coaches find out, you just about gone, bro. Like they're not
Mhm.
playing that at all. And plus, like I'm not trying to sit out 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
like nah. But in years past, bro, let's see. My freshman year was, I guess I could say my freshman year was wild. Like we was turned up, man. It was a turn up, whole campus. But
Y'all
OU
get
has
that.
definitely, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but OU has definitely declined significantly in partying, bro. Like it's
I
it's
heard
it's
something about that. I didn't believe it though.
Yeah,
I'm so serious, bro. And bro, when you tell people that, they automatically assume like, bro, you just trying to get me to come there. No, I'm serious. Like it really is a drop off, bro. We had an issue where like somebody died at one of those frat houses. I think it was
Yeah.
the end of my freshman year, and they shut down all the frats last year. So there wasn't a lot of activity going on with any frats last year. Obviously, COVID this year. So since I've been here, it's been a decline. It's been, Halloween's nowhere near like it was 5, 6 years ago. It's much better as far as a better school because of it. But
Right.
the fun, I wish what I'm saying? I wish I could have experienced a little bit of a 2015 OU.
Right.
Yeah.
Josh Tyrell, man.
How does it feel? Because like I've always wondered this question. Maybe it doesn't apply to you as much, but do people kind of like, I don't know, ask you for tickets and things like that? Is that like a normal thing? I mean, like, because that seems like it would be such a big thing to have a lot of fake people coming around. I mean, how do you get over stuff like that? Because it's hard to realize who's fake and who's not.
So I think the one thing that kind of I don't have to deal with as much here is OU's a really small town, but it's a really big football town.
Right.
So it's not like we have a big city around us. So I don't have to deal with as much fake, energy as much as someone at O State, a much bigger school, or even what schools like Eastern Michigan. That's in a much bigger city. So, they probably have a lot of different stuff going on with them. But OU is a much smaller knit community. So I don't really have to deal with a lot of that. However, I do have people every week, random people. Hey man, can I get towels? Can I get gloves? Can I get
right?
Okay. Yeah, bro. Yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah, I can't help you. I'm not loud.
I could be wrong with this, but didn't you want to play baseball for a little bit? Am I wrong about that? Whatever happened to that?
To play baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, that's what it was.
To play baseball, actually. Yeah. I got here and I
For all y'all out there that don't know, Whitney is a burner. Got the Jets, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's actually kind of funny because that's the reason I didn't probably play baseball here. I came here. I knew I was gonna try to walk on for that. I had talked to the coach a few times before I even came to some camps, a lot of stuff with that, and then I got here, and the tryout went pretty decent. But like Kai said, my thing is running, man. Like if I can't run, I'm no good to you. I'm no good. Like that's my attribute. And we didn't run. We did nothing for running for the baseball team. So I never got to truly show like my best talent. I didn't get to show like what I can do after I put the ball in play. I didn't get to show how I can really run down balls in center field. And I just kind of let it go. I didn't even look for a call back or nothing.
Right.
So I just kind of let it go, man.
Yeah, it's
Did
strange
you ever think
that they
about
wouldn't
doing
do that.
track? Yeah.
We'll have a track team.
Oh yeah.
I have a track team, bro. I would have definitely ran track, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no track team at OU? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's wild.
I was to say, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like he would have ran track.
Tyrell, man, you got something, man?
No, not right now. No.
Yeah. He said a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, man, how was your experience at Bishop Hartley?
Oh, look, bro. Look, that's man.
You can keep it Cliff Notes. Yeah. You can keep it Cliff Notes if you want. If you don't want to.
I'm gonna keep it quick, man. There's so many days like now that like I will be driving down the street, bro, and just start dying laughing, just thinking about something we did back then, bro. Our lunch table, bro. Like there will be no experience will ever top that, bro.
Man, our freshman year study hall.
What?
Man, first period, bro. Shout out EC and the reading.
11.
Yeah, man. Shit, Roblox, yeah, bro. It's a good time, man. But yeah,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
Tell them about your experience, man. Teachers or on the sports team or whatever you want to talk about.
Hartley was cool to me. I think looking back, Hartley definitely sheltered a lot of us. I feel like if you grew up in a place like Hartley your whole life, then you kind of at a disadvantage. We had a little different experience outside of Hartley. We understood the real world outside of the gates. But I feel like if you grew up and you was only in a Catholic environment like that, bro, I kind of feel that you kind of got a little catch up. You got to learn a little bit.
You got pampered.
Yeah, you got pampered. You got to learn a little bit. But Hartley,
world,
as a school, bro, I don't really have too much to personally. I know a lot of my friends. A lot
Oh
of us.
yeah, you know I do, but
Yeah,
you know,
right.
I mean, but
Man.
at the end of it all, like it was still like cool.
I'm
Like
already
the
knowing,
people
bro.
I
it was,
met, because
it
the
was
people I
trash.
met, you know, it was just the
Okay,
other
the people,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Exactly, bro.
and then
Lifelong
Josh,
friends.
what you had said about Deacon, bro, that really,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that. Like that
Deacon
was
Benson
crazy.
or
No,
Deacon?
Uh,
Deacon Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait, he got in trouble or something? Oh no, that was
well, what he had said. Anyway, Josh, you want to tell the story real quick because you know it better than me.
Yeah, I mean, we were in our freshman year. My girlfriend was in her sophomore year, and she had a really good friend that had unfortunately committed suicide, I think, that
Wow.
summer. And they played it on the announcements, which is a whole different thing. And they
I
were
remember
like,
that.
you know, yeah, exactly. So we were walking down, and she was walking down the hallway, and Deacon Sullivan was talking to a couple of the other teachers, talking about how she's in hell. She's not coming back from it. She's a terrible person for what she did. God will never forgive her for it. And yeah, I
That's what
wrote
I
him
said.
when I learned that. I wrote him a lot of emails after I left because I learned that after I had gotten out of Hartley, but he never responded to me. The Mike Winters never responded to me either. So they just kind of pushed it under the water like it was nothing. And
No, that's terrible.
yeah, I was gonna
That's
say.
one thing I will say, bro. Looking back at Hartley as an adult, I think we should have definitely stood up a little bit more for. I think we were young
Yeah.
though. We were young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We were
we didn't
17,
know,
18.
and I think I was more afraid
Yeah.
of like, cause
yeah,
I pushed the button with my hair, like so that was kind of the furthest I was going. 'Cause
Yeah.
at any moment they could have probably booted me out, even though I never got in any trouble or anything, bro. I
yeah.
had decent grades, like I was just pushing the envelope.
I
So.
think we definitely, especially I think myself, seeing a lot of stuff that happened, I could have definitely, said something more.
hmm
Definitely looking back.
Yeah, I regret that all the time. Not being. I guess you learn, you live and you
That's
learn,
part
sort
of
of
growing up,
things.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
if everything was that simple, life wouldn't be worth
Wouldn't be
nothing.
worth
You
it,
gotta
bro.
learn
Yeah.
to grow up. But are you? I know there's a lot of people that go to OU that went to Hartley. Are you friends with any of them still, or talk to them, or not really?
Shout out my boy Patty. Patty.
True.
Yeah, P don't go here no more, but I mean that's really. Let me think. Let me
Right.
think. Philip Cole. Yeah,
Phil,
he
yeah.
Oh yeah,
he
his
walked
dad
on.
lives right
He
down the
actually
street
walked
from
on
me.
this year. Yeah, Phil's doing well. He's in the walk-on process right now, so he's in his technically redshirt year. So I don't know how that'll transfer over. Next year with COVID hopefully being done, like it can be a redshirt again. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, Phil. Tiandre and Braylon. I see them guys every so often, but other than that, man, I mean, I haven't seen anybody other than my team this year. We're quarantined,
Right.
but
Yeah, nah,
even
that's-
last year, I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to forget anybody. James and Black always come down and visit.
Come down, yeah. I seen
Yeah.
Black not too long ago. He came down to Newark with
Dog.
Cindy. Yeah, he came down to Newark.
I
with
forgot about
Cindy.
Simdi.
I remember, bro. This
I
man,
see
his
it.
his first week of school, he told everybody if you put CarMax on the Scantron, they'll read all the
Yeah.
answers. Like, people was falling.
Hey, bro had me in there. I was on something. Bro had me. Thought I was
Bro,
on something.
I'm sure the teachers was like, bro, I put CarMax on all these sheets, bro. Pages sticking together.
We all tried that, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Man,
I have
got
to
anything else?
ask for Patty's sake. What was the story with that? Because he was on the team for a while, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Or
I
is
just
it too
think-
personal?
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's too personal, you don't have to answer. But I just didn't
I
know.
don't think he would mind. I just think Patty was in the same situation I am with the fact that he had to relearn how to play football, right?
Mhm.
Coming from a whole different thing, and Patty did a great job down here.
Right, he's a big dude.
I don't think Patty got the chance he deserved. Like
Mhm.
the Patty we know was a much softer Patty, like a soft, lovey-dovey dude. But once he
Right.
got to OU, he really worked. Like Patty was biggest dude on the team. Like Patty was a beast. He was a beast.
Right.
And so really what happened, another coach came in. So when your position coach comes in, they bring their guys with them. And Patty wasn't one of the new coach's guys that came with him. So a lot of times when that happened, like if let's say
Favoritism.
yeah, like
Favoritism.
if you're in high school and you get recruited by Ohio State, right?
Mhm.
If Ryan Day leaves, your scholarship's probably gone because the new coach is going to bring in the guys that he recruited. And that's just kind of what happened to Patty. I think Patty would have been one heck of an O lineman here, and he never got the chance. And I still have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I still have a problem with it. But Patty, he's doing really well. He's doing really well. He's always working out now.
I've seen that. Yeah.
He let it go, man. He don't even care no more.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of being accepted, man. Hey, it sucks, bro, but just growing, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got any more questions, man?
Tyler, I thought you were gonna ask him. Where, like, every time we bring somebody on, where do you see yourself? What's your goal? What's your ultimate goal?
You asking, bro? We all here. We team, man. You asking? You asking? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm leaving stuff for y'all, man. We a group, bro. No, all right. I'll ask you. All right. Where you? So what is your purpose, your end goal, and some of the things you plan to achieve, and maybe future jobs and stuff like that? Like, what do you see for yourself in the future?
Personally, in the future, for me, bro, I think my biggest thing is not deciding too much, just kind of feeling it through. For a while, I didn't even consider myself as a good enough football player to even do anything. And I think while I'm still playing football, my end goal is always going to be to get to the next level. I think I don't see how you could play at this level and your goal not
want to be the best. Yeah.
Right. Like I don't know how you want to be the best, but like you don't see yourself. So obviously knowing that I got a long way to go. I still gotta play more. I still gotta prove myself more. Still gotta get to where I want to be physically. All that being said, I think maybe I do have a chance. I'm never gonna close no doors off on myself. Like I just kind of think if I would have closed the door off on myself in high school, I wouldn't be here today. So why would I close the door off? You know what I'm saying? Going forward. But away from football, I'm really into. So I'm a communications major. So I'm really into, kind of like this type of stuff. What we're doing right here. When I was a lot younger, I did a lot of acting. I'm thinking about maybe after that pursuing that again. I don't want to close any doors out. I want to be an old man and say I tried everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I don't want
Renaissance man.
Renaissance man.
I don't want to be an old man and be like, man, I could have been good if I would. No, I want to be like, I tried to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at least you tried.
Yeah.
For the people that might be in your position, what advice do you have for somebody who might be going through your situation, whether it be in high school or college, with injuries, with mental issues or anything like that? How do you, what's your advice on getting through something like that and, pushing yourself to achieve those goals that you're looking for?
Yeah, and to add on to that, before you answer, my bad. So, like, to add on to that, his question, but, like, in our community, a lot of them, their only way out is to play ball.
Yes.
No matter what level. So just advice on that. And then maybe some who, may have been on our boat or whatever, like on paper or whatever, not good enough to go anywhere or whatever, but to keep working. So go ahead and elaborate on that.
So from an athletic standpoint, I would definitely say stick to your gut. Don't let someone else's, whether it's your coach, your parents, you got to do what you got to do when it comes to financial. So if somewhere is giving you money, and you need money to go somewhere, then you take that. I was blessed enough to have a father who was in the military, so I was part of the GI Bill. So a lot of my tuition was paid going here, so I had the opportunity to walk on. I didn't have to pay full tuition. Now, I wouldn't tell anybody to just, go be a walk-on and just try to play Division I if it's not, financially, if that's something you can't do, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest, being a walk-on, bro, it's you get a lot of praise for what you've done and stuff, but it is one of the most mentally draining type things because you don't even get like I've been on scout team for 2 years, bro. Like I just got in my first game 2 or 3 games ago. So
congratulations.
Yes,
brother.
congrats, bro. For real.
Yes, sir, man.
Appreciate that. So you start at the bottom. Like there are 120 men on the rosters. The walk-ons, we start at 120. You know what I'm saying? We have to beat every single person out. And beating someone out that's on scholarship that they already paid for to come here, That's a whole different ball game, bro. Because you got to prove that you spent money in the wrong direction. Now I got to tell my coach, basically prove to him that the money you spent, I'm better than that, and you're not paying for it. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people understand being a walk on is it's nothing like
It's gritty.
it's hard, bro. It's really hard.
Challenging.
It's really hard. But stick to your guns, man. Because I was told I'm too small. You know, I remember freshman year there was a parent clinic where the parents went to a thing with Hartley football, and we got a rating. They rated each player. Where do you think they could play? And my dad went to it, and they told my dad that he's probably a Division III player. No shade to Division III or Division II, because I know some D3 athletes right now, D2 athletes right now that could start at this level with no problem. They just probably didn't have the opportunity. But that's what they labeled me as. And my dream was always just to play Division I. Like, this is my dream as a little kid. And I didn't let nobody, not my coaches, not other players, not what the internet says, bro. I just worked. I just kept to what I thought was right, and I stuck with it. And that's the best advice I can give to anybody, because we don't all have the same physical gifts. We don't all have the same physical talents. And I think that's also carries over into off the field, especially for young black men from wherever you from, bro. It don't matter if you from the projects. It don't matter if you from the suburbs. Whatever you want to do, bro, you got to find a way to get it done, bro. Because I know if you come from the struggle, it's not easy, bro. You don't have the same opportunities to go to college. You don't have the same opportunities to go to a private school like I did. You don't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? You're told that you got to be a rapper. You got to be a gang member. You got to, like that. That's what society tells you. But if that's not you, don't do that. Don't be an athlete.
It's really not nobody, bro, to be honest.
Don't be an athlete because you see other people being athletes. Be what you want to be. Because if you can find one person that looks like you that did what you want to do, then you can do it. Like, it's simple. That's it. You just got to figure it out.
More role models. Anybody watching us, we need more role models, man.
Way more role models. We need more athletes and movie stars, black movie stars and black athletes telling kids, you don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to be an athlete. Like, you can be a doctor. It might take you another 5 or 6 more years than someone else that had a better opportunity. But you can do it, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got to work at Walmart for 10 years so you can get in the door, like, whatever you got to do, you got to do.
We need plumbers. We need electricians. We need all that.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make a living, man. Ain't nothing more gangster than taking care of your family.
True.
About no gang banging.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The biggest is what you can do for other people, not what you got.
Right.
Yeah.
Tyrell, you got something?
I'm learning, man.
Hey, learning, yes, sir. Hold on. I have one more question to ask. Because we boys, man, and I know you personally, so I know there were a lot of people who doubted you, who said you weren't good enough, and pretty much probably laughed in your face or whatever, and were like, whatever, get out of here. And I just want to say I'm proud of you for making it to the team, getting on the field, man. That's a big step in accomplishment.
Appreciate that.
What does it feel like to prove all those people wrong?
That's a good question.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not as sweet as I thought it was, bro. I'll be honest, it's not that sweet. And the reason I say that is because I think throughout the whole process, I think I learned even like something to take away from that in life. You got to do things for the right reason. If you like, bro, and a lot of us do this. We all do this, and it makes no sense. We try to do good to impress someone who doesn't even like us. Like that, the whole, like, when I got here and I made it, I'm like, I can finally show everybody I made it. But then it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still don't care. Like, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It probably
they just negative
because I did, but it's like, it's not as fulfilling as I thought it was. And I think that's a life lesson. So now when I go through life, I'm not thinking, this person said I couldn't do it, so let me do it. I kind of just go through it as like, this is what I want to do. I don't really care what you think. It's like, why would I want to do something to impress someone that doesn't like me?
Right.
Like that. But we all do it. We all do it.
Right.
You know
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you think that having that helped you though?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. Oh, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that was definitely a
good push.
Yeah.
But once you got it,
them days when you don't want to do it, you start thinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about how I was sitting on the sideline You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff is starting to play in.
Right.
But yeah, keep it as an edge. I will say that. Like before, I just kind of say like, don't
This is
think
motivation.
Like that. Always have a chip on your shoulder, no matter
Yeah.
what it is. You gotta have some chip, bro.
For sure.
Right.
You lose
All right,
that edge.
I got two things left to say.
For sure.
One, I got a guy coming your way out of the sales, Quintel Quinn.
Quintet, yeah, I saw him play.
Hey man, hey, I just messaged
last
him,
game.
bro. Yeah, that's man.
Me and
You watching this,
nice.
bro? Because my mom used to watch him, bro. Yeah, he's
nice.
So,
He's nice.
R.I.P. Xavier, man.
I want you to just take him under your wing, man.
Mhm.
Just keep him humbled because he was a really great player this year for us. He pretty much carried the team. So just let a brother to another, man. Just keep his head above water, right? We got it.
Yeah, brothers, we got to.
Yeah, and time when you see him, time I said was good.
All right,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, man.
And there's one more thing because I told you I study a lot of film on the Mac schools. I'm studying Crum out of Kent State. This have you ever heard of this dude Jared Patterson?
Oh my gosh, that's the dude that had like 8 touchdowns or something like that. Is that
dude is ridiculous.
The dude from Buffalo, the
Yes.
running back.
And he's 5'9".
We were supposed to play him last week, and the game got canceled, bro. Man, listen. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Had a long film study, boy.
Look. I got more faith in my team than anybody else.
Right.
We come out on the field, we strapping up, and we ready to go right there.
Right, there you go.
We had a lot of D linemen hurt, bro. We had a lot. We had 5 D linemen. That's it. Everybody else was out with COVID.
Oh man.
So
Yeah,
he's for real though. He's a great.
He's the real
player.
deal. Real deal.
Like Kyler, I'm just gonna sum it up, man. The guy's played pretty much 4 games and he has 16 touchdowns.
He's the real deal.
That dude is nuts.
That's
He's
league. That's league.
Right,
That's
definitely.
mad numbers.
That's mad numbers.
That's mad numbers, bro.
Man,
Much respect, man. What year is he?
So I'm reading him. He's into his junior year.
So he might declare for the job. I don't know.
He might, because I don't know if he can do any more with them for Buffalo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, bro. The next Khalil Mack story, man. Khalil Mack came out of Buffalo.
Yeah.
But you know how he did, though.
Yeah,
That dude intercepted
he
Braxton
terrorized Ohio State. Yeah,
he intercepted Braxton Miller and took it like 50-some yards out. We were like,
hey, man, the Mac slept on. Y'all see the boy for Steelers from Toledo?
Yeah.
Oh, he right, too. He nice. He nice.
Didn't Kareem Hunt go to Toledo, too?
He's a Mac athlete. I know that for sure. I don't know.
I think
where.
he went to Toledo himself. I love the Mac.
AB, Antonio Brown. That's Central Michigan. Yeah. Go.
Yeah, man. So, did y'all have anything else? Were I ask him anything else?
Nah, it was a great interview, man.
Yeah, it really was.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
No,
I gotta So was OU like your only choice, or were you looking at anywhere else maybe to go walk on? Or?
Nah, man, I was looking all over the place. Shout out to Mount Union. That's the only school that showed me any sort of love, man. They really wanted me to come there and play. Where else? Obviously, they can't, Division III. They can't give you any scholarship money, anything like that.
Right.
But they kind of wanted me to come there. Only school that ever talked to me. I went to Miami of Ohio, Bowling Green, and I didn't get to go to Hampton, but that was actually my first choice. Hampton.
I remember you was talking about Hampton heavy senior year.
So my mom made me, because I wanted to just go to Mount Union, but my mom was like, because you can't go anywhere else with football first. Football can't be first if you're going to be a walk-on because you could get cut, right? Anything can happen. Football's not guaranteed if you're a walk-on. So pick where you would learn to go to school if you can't play football first, and then that'll kind of eliminate it. So OU was the school that I liked the most, right? And I kind of just picked on schools. Now, Hampton obviously was my first choice, but Hampton had a lot of stuff going on. They were in the news a lot about some issues, warms and stuff, and the moldy food, bro. It's like, bro, that's 10 hours away. I can't.
Because you can't just pack up and come home.
Yeah, right.
No. So Hampton was out. I couldn't do that, bro. I can't go 10 hours away and you got moldy bread. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But OU was right behind it. I liked OU has one of the best communication programs in the country. So right then and there, I got to pick OU. That's the school I chose, and then from there, just decided to try to walk on wherever I went. I liked the school, liked the atmosphere, and that was it.
All right, man. Well,
Yeah.
shit. That's it, man. Shit. Shout out some stuff, man. What you got working on? What are the people to look out for, man? What you got going on, man? Final thoughts.
Big shout out all OU football, man. We've been through hell this year, bro. They put us through some stuff to just try to get on the field, bro. But nah, y'all, I'm definitely gonna be shouting y'all out because more people need to see
Yeah,
stuff
we,
like
Thank
that.
you.
Yes,
we
you.
just we'll run. I guess we'll run down the mission before you go, man.
Yeah.
So we kind of started this, man. We the majority of us, besides Josh do with his own thing because he got his own dreams, aspirations. But me, Ricardo, Tyrell, and Cam, we want to build a rec, and we want to do it with our money, so we can actually do what we want to do as far as psychology for Black people, and of course, you know, the sports aspect, just everything in general. Almost kind of a school, sort of, but more of a scale down of a rec, just so we're more involved and we're giving people the keys and that's it, man. We just want to, you know, make an impact and make Columbus more known. There needs to be more people coming together instead of being separate.
It's on the rise.
That's
It
all
would
we
be
doing,
nice.
man.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get Columbus sort of like I know this is a stretch, but like sort of like in Atlanta, Virginia vibes. Like it's a place
I said the
where
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's what
Said
we
the
always
exact
say.
same
That's what we
thing.
like
say
a
all
place
the
where
time,
Black
bro.
people can go to thrive. Like that's somewhere where
Yeah.
you see it in Alabama.
A place
like
of
bro,
refuge, man.
Yeah.
A place of refuge, bro. That's, I mean, and we're gonna get there. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So just faith, bro. Just keep working and having people like you and others, you know, that look like us, and then, you know, people from other races too come out and just talk and share experiences and give some hope to everybody else, man. So that's pretty much what it is, man. So
Respect that.
yeah, man. If you want to shout out your gram or Twitter, whatever you want to shout out, man.
My Instagram is. Hold on, let me make sure I can get it right now.
Jersey number, so we know who to look out for on the field.
Number 13, bro.
I can put
Number
it up. I can
13.
put everything in the description too if you want to send me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So my Instagram, make sure I got it right. Shoot, I'm trying to ask them to remember it.
Yeah,
and
you shout it out. I got it, Josh. I'll send it to you. I got his gram and Twitter, so I'll just send it to you. But go ahead and shout it out, man.
It is Uno, so like the Uno __ trace 13. So it's just Uno trace, which is 13 in Spanish. And everybody will like slide up, be like, bro, you know that's not actually 13. Yes, bro, I know. You say 13, bro. It's supposed to be 13, not actually. I don't really be on Twitter or anything else like that.
Yeah, that's what this dude. I was like, man, what is he doing, bro?
Everybody be like, bro, that's not 13. I know.
Yeah, but shit. All right, man. It was a good interview, man. We wish you nothing but success, man, and all your dreams and aspirations come true, man. And you know, I'm gonna keep in touch with you, bro. I got to do a better job of that. I got to do a better job.
Hey, I do too, bro. I do too.
Yeah, man. So.
Can't forget your day ones.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. So stay blessed, man. We all rooting for you. We're gonna see you have a big season next year.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, sir, man. You enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Yes, you
too, bro. Happy holidays, y'all.
Thank
Likewise,
you.
all
right, brother.
Likewise.
Tell moms and pops I said it was good, man.
I will. Same to you.
Yes, sir.
Shake it off. He's beat the devil.